How symbolic is it for you to be using that ladder again here in this special moment?
Well, the symbolism is the steps. Every step, somebody has something to do with it. You're pretty naive or selfish. You think the only thing people that have something to do with us winning these back-to-back championships is just the players and the coaches. It's MC and Angel in academics. It's John Houston and Alan Bishop. Our office staff, Shu and Hoss and Jeff Conrad. There's so many people. And when Joe Castiglione sent me that ladder, we talked about that because we won three. We were fortunate to win three Big 12 championships. Walking up those ladders in Kansas City at that tournament, in Dallas at that tournament. But every step represents somebody. It represents the SID and his staff, the equipment guy and his staff, our strength coaches and our strength coach and his staff, our training staff. This thing is 12 months, man. It's 12 months. It's not easy to win championships. If it wasn't, everybody would do it. But Joe and I have talked about that so many times, the symbolism of what the steps represent, and then you get to the top, and you realize it's everybody that helped you along the way all have a piece of that. That's why I was glad to see our managers get to have a piece of that net. That'll mean something to them down the road.
How special to be wearing that shirt and hat right
I'm
now?
I'm happy for these guys. I just remember when we all got together in June, I had three freshmen. Armani had just made a decision not to come back. I don't even know we weren't even involved with Quentin at the time. So, we were prepared to go with what we had. So we were just rolling. You show up every day, you go to work, you do your job, you prepare these kids the best you can. I'm fortunate I've got a great staff. From whether it's from video to player development. I just think we check all the boxes. To win championships, you've got to have a championship organization. It's not just on the court. The court is kind of the last step. It's all those things that go before it. And before I say anything else, I want to say this. To John Brannon in Cincinnati, Frank Haith in Tulsa, congratulations to both those coaches and their kids for having tremendous years. You're always going to look back at one game. Everybody can. Maybe even more than one game. But at the end of the day, you are what you are. For us to have a piece of this championship and then to say that we did it back to back, I just think it says makes a huge statement about where this program's been and the growth we've made and the future that we have to look forward to.
Coach, I think I heard you say when you were on the net that it never gets old.
Never gets old. Never gets old. I don't. God's blessed me to have a lot of good assistant coaches and good players. I don't know how many championships I've been a part of, but they're all special. They're all special. They all go in the memory bank. I don't run around wearing rings or T-shirts. Karen will get this one. I'm sure she'll do something unique with it. But we start in June, and it's 6 hours a week. It's conditioning, running, sweating, and that heat. And we carry that through for 8 weeks, and then we get into September, and everything's cranked up. And then you get September, October. And it's not easy here because, the way our kids play, just imagine what our practices are like. And our practices, I think, are harder than the games. I think the players would tell you that. So I'm really appreciative of this, and I certainly don't take it for granted. That's the thing about people say, well, we should win. No, you shouldn't do anything. You have the opportunity to. And if you work hard enough and you get your kids to buy in and understand what culture means, I think it validates everything that I'm proud of when I hear our kids say the word culture. You know, it's who we are. You know, it's a kid like Chris Harris, the only person in his family to ever graduate from college. I think our culture helps that. You know, Rob Gray, Galen Robinson, Dodson, Burt Colley, Kyle Meyer, Chicken, all the way through. All those kids that graduated. I'm so proud of the kids that have come before these guys, and then the kids that have come after them. But this team is unique into itself, just like last year's team was and next year's team was. This team is it's got some characters on it. And these kids have been through a lot. You know, wasn't that long ago we were holding the trophy up in Honolulu, Hawaii, having beat Portland, Georgia Tech, and Washington. And here we are, 3 months later, holding up another trophy, winning a conference championship. So this team's got a lot to be proud of, but they got a lot to look forward to in the next couple of weeks.
Is it any more special because you're coming off losing 4 starters?
No, absolutely not. You know, I think that says what our standards are. You know, nobody sets our standards but us. Somebody said, well, they should. We don't even know who you are. You're not even qualified to make that statement. You don't know you don't know who we are.
MJ.
And people make blanket statements because it's just so. You know, we lost those 4 starters. Our goal is to be the best we can be, and this was what it was. You know, this was the best we could be. Last year's team was different. Last year's team was dominant. Went 8-1, 16-2. And this team, when you look back at it, this team could have went 16-2, but it didn't for a reason. Just like last year's team went 16-2 for a reason. But I think our program is on the right path. I think we're going to continue to get better because we'll stay humble, we're going to stay hungry, and we're going to keep working. Thanks,
Thank you.
Appreciate it.